how great thou art. Then sing my song.
Couple that with the pressure of his manager. Couple that with the pressure of him just wanting to please and help everyone. Couple that with his love for the fans. He just had to show up just like he did on 1977. Couple it with every single character that's part of his being where he feels like he has to be present when he should have been resting. Welcome back to another episode of Goat-Worthy Reactions, where we mainly like to focus on goats on this channel. And today we're dealing with that big old Billy Goat, Mr. Elvis Presley. Once again, man, we're back with How Great Thou Art on 1972. Now, I did the 1977 version. For those who are confused, it was a donation. Someone donated for me to do that one, so I had to do it. They also followed up with the 1972, and actually, I'm actually glad. Everybody says that they didn't like the way he looked on 77 and this and that, but to me, honestly, I'm glad I did that. I don't even know what this one's going to be like, but I'm glad I did that one first because it really showed me a different side. It really showed me how powerful his gift is. It really showed me how much he actually acknowledges this God-given ability that he has, because even with those being his last days and being sick, and you can see it all over his face, right? Even with that, he still performed at a high level, and it was my favorite. So far, it's my favorite performance of his. So some of you might have not liked it. Some of the Elvis fans were in the comment section kind of scrutinizing the performance. I didn't really appreciate that either, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't appreciate certain things, and I'm honest about it. We're going to get into this one. It's about 5-6 years earlier, so I'm sure it might be a little more movement. You know what I'm saying? He's a little younger. He's a little more healthier. So I'm sure this is going to be a great performance, but I just wanted to make that clear. I loved the 77 one. I loved it very much, and that performance actually holds a very special place for me in my Elvis reactions. So let's get into this one, though. 1972, Elvis, How Great Thou Art.
Thank you very much. We'd like to do a gospel song, ladies and gentlemen, that we did in 1966 called How Great Thou Art. Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made.
Vocal control.
I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder.
Let's go.
Thy power throughout the universe display. Sing it, fellas. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation to take me home, what joy shall fill my heart. Then I shall bow.
Very young. Like, it wasn't even that much before this, but I think it's the fact that his condition, the physical condition he was in, was probably astronomically a lot better than what he was in 77. I admit that. So what I am seeing automatically is not so much the control, because he had the control even in 77, but what I'm seeing more so is just the expression, the body language, and as well as the vocal control, and not the fact that he didn't have that vocal control 77, but the fact that he's doing more with it here. So he's being a little more playful with the runs. I've noticed that, and they're also much more clear. So the pitch is clearer, the runs are a little more wavy, right? And still very strong, even when low. Even when the tone is low, still very strong. He still has this very demanding presence. He still has a way of just being Elvis, of course, and, singing, doing his thing. But there's something else to it. It's the aura. Sometimes some people only have that aura on television, or when they're, sitting in interviews and whatnot, or, when they get to put up an act or a front or whatever the case may be. Elvis carries the aura even on stage. It's like he does it, and he does it effortlessly. It never looks like he's trying to impress. That's my favorite thing. A lot of, rappers, they showboat, they do, even the way they walk, like they even walk cocky. R&B singers, they start, lifting their shirt up, and then, they're trying to sell you the sex appeal. They're trying to be cocky. They want to show you. They want you to see their abs, or they start doing these humping dances on the floor, and women going crazy. And I get it. Like, that's what they do. But it's like Elvis doesn't need to do any of that. He's gonna thrust his hips, right? He's gonna thrust his hips. He's gonna wear. Come on, man. He's gonna wear that Disco Inferno outfit that looks like a freaking I don't know, like a karate, like a karate fit almost. That one piece. He's gonna have his mojo out. He's got the sideburns and he's got the voice. He doesn't have to do too much theatrics. He is the sell. He doesn't have to sell sex. He's just a sex symbol by just being, just existing. And he doesn't even really thrive on it as much as he want. If he wanted to, he could have really thrived on it. But that's how you know he's a God-fearing man. He never really went too far with it because his conscience won't allow him to.
In humble adoration,
very clear, clarity.
And there proclaim, oh my God, how great thou art. Then sing my soul, Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. How great thou art. Then sing my soul, Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. How great thou art. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, let me see my sisters one more time.
Adoration.
Oh my gosh, my chair,
And there,
my poor chair.
oh my God, how great thou art. Then
My
sing
sisters.
my soul.
I'm sorry, it's important that my sisters are back there. I don't care what anybody say. It's a color thing. I don't know what to call it. You feel me? I'm just happy to see my sisters back there. It just confirms his love for the community, you dig? But we're all one race. You know what I'm saying? We're all one race. We're the only race that matters. We're the human race, and we're all God's children, brothers and sisters of Christ. Ultimately, that's more important than anything else. But I do like seeing my sisters back there. That's all I'm saying. Can I say that?
Oh my God, how great thou art. Then sing my soul, Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. How great thou art. Then sing my soul, Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. How great thou
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're beautiful.
Did you see his face before he walked off? He was like, "You're beautiful." Man, he loved his fans, boy. He loved his fans, boy. Shout out to Elvis, man. Let me tell you something about that performance. Man, why do people get on the 77 performance? Why are they so harsh about it? I think it was fantastic. I don't know which one I like better. I think this one had more clarity. It was a little more smoother, a little more stronger. But at the same time, towards the end of that 77 performance, when he just said, how great, and he kept like bringing it back, and then he just tore it up at the end. I think he did that better in the 77 one. Everything else, I think he did better on this one. But they both have their, they both have their reasons. They both have their own context of stories behind them. And I think the youth in him really showed up here. I can't deny that. But the 77 one, it came with some pain. Knowing that those are his last days, it meant even more to me. It was more special. Knowing that, it's even more special. Like, now that I look back, because I didn't even know that at the time, but looking at it, he didn't look well. And the fact that he still showed up for his fans when he probably should have been laying up somewhere, getting rest and being treated properly, medicated properly at the appropriate dose. And I just did Elvis, the King of Kindness. And I had to address some people in the comment section who were saying, someone in the comment section, and they know who they are when they see this. They said in the comment section, they spoke about Elvis's health and when he died. And they said, oh, people in the comment section are making excuses. He was an addict. He was a druggie. He was this and that. First of all, you can't just take your own narratives and just spin it and present it as facts. Sure, sometimes the official report doesn't always have all of the truth, but you don't have a right to say that your opinion is the truth either. We're going to deal with the facts and we're going to deal with what's concrete. What's facts and concrete was he had prescription drugs in his body as well, but he had the colon situation. He had the enlarged heart. We can go down the list of health issues, even things he was born with. Like, we can go down the list of things he was dealing with. All right. And one thing that's clear, though, in that official report, there wasn't an excess of not one drug that you can conclude drugs killed him. There wasn't an amount of any. And on top of that, outside of it not being not even one drug specifically, any drugs. There was drugs in the system, but there was not any drug that you could conclude you would have to call that an overdose. It's not an overdose. Not only that, it was nowhere near close of a drug amount for it to even be considered a blame to the heart failure. That's what the official report says. So deal with the facts, give your opinion, but don't present your opinion as fact, because it's not fact. It's just something you said, you believed, you heard growing up. You probably haven't even read the official report. You probably haven't read it, and they know who they are. Because I just find it very distasteful that you're going to go in the comment section and say, Elvis is the king. He loved God, but let's not pretend like he wasn't an addict. And by the way, there was no street drugs. That wasn't his reputation. He was prescribed by a doctor. And at that time, doctors did excessively prescribe. That's a fact. Couple that with the pressure of his manager. Couple that with the pressure of him just wanting to please and help everyone. Couple that with his love for the fans. He just had to show up just like he did on 1977. Couple it with every single character that's part of his being, where he feels like he has to be present when he should have been resting. So don't come in the comment section with distasteful disrespect. I won't delete it because I'm not that type of person, but I will bomb back on you and I will correct you. And then you will have to deal with the facts. And if you can't deal with the facts, then continue being immature, continue to spread negativity, and continue to spread hate, if that's what you want to do. Sorry, I didn't want to end it on this type of note. But I get riled up now. And that's how I know my love is growing stronger for Elvis, because now I get to the point where I get snappy. I get defensive. I do that with Eminem. I do that with Ren. I do that with Tupac. I do it with people I grew up listening to, and because people think they know someone, but they don't. It's the same thing. The drug thing is the same thing that people say, oh, but he was a racist. And then there's no facts to back it up. So it's just a claim. You're just going off opinion, off of what someone said. He's a racist. Oh, but he stole black culture. Did he really? Because he credited everybody. He's never came out and said, I'm the greatest writer ever. I'm the king. He doesn't even want to be called the king. You got artists, R&B singers want to be the king of R&B. Rappers wanted to be the king of hip hop. This one wanted to be the king of that. This one wants to be the king of that. Everybody wants it, right? You know what Elvis says? Don't call me king. There's only one king, and that's Jesus Christ. The light, the truth, the way, the only one, the Son. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, man. I didn't want to end this on a ferocious note, but you know what? It's in the name of Elvis, so I will. But anyways, man, get in the comment section. Give me some backstory. Let me know more about this performance. Let me know more about Elvis. I don't really look up things. I looked up that thing because I was interested in his death and stuff like that. And I'm working on my own little docu-series about Elvis where I'm just explaining really just my journey. I know that's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm just trying to represent why we have so much in common. We have more in common with each other. You know, race has nothing to do with it. We can eliminate race and we can be just brother and sister. We can eliminate race and we can just be, you know, so much in common. There could be so much love and admiration there, so much similar interests. But the media has put this veil in front of our eyes, and it's like we're blind. You know, we're blind. We're blind to the truth. But anyways, after this, I'm doing Bridge Over Troubled Water. It's a wrap. We're going into the gospel section. We out.